I don't know who's going to place 20-3, but I do know who's going to place top 2. It's going to be a Liverpool City 2-horse race again in the Premier League this season. Let me make that clear. Why I'm here is to talk about the opening match of the 2019-20 English Premier League season between the newly promoted Norwich City and the team who are the champions of Europe, Liverpool FC, who came in second, only 1 point behind Manchester City last season with 97 points. So it was a game that I expected Liverpool to win, a game that ended 4-1 in favor of the Reds. Didn't expect anything different at all. Norwich City, they won the championship last season. It has been the most impressive promotion, I think, to the Premier League, and big things were expected of Norwich, but I don't think that Norwich did enough in the transfer window. Personally, I don't think they did enough. They did give contracts and extensions to their players, but apart from that, they did not make any huge signings. They just kept the team together. Well, they did make a few signings. Josip Drmic came over on a free and a few other signings, but no big name signings for Norwich City. So they are sticking to their guns and they're hoping they can survive this season. But it's not a good way to start the season at all. 4-1 loss to Liverpool. But then again, when you think about it, it's Liverpool. Remember, Barcelona went there and lost 4-0, and that's Barcelona. So Norwich should not use this game to gauge how well they will do in this season's Premier League campaign, because Norwich had bright spots. They had positives, and Liverpool, they just took their opportunities in the first half. They were fortunate with that own goal that opened the scoring, and other than that, they played really good football in the first half. But Norwich, they have to definitely, feel proud of this performance as well, because they did take the game to Liverpool, and maybe on another day, maybe if they were at home, they could have picked up a more favorable result. But the result is 4-1 nevertheless. I did not actually expect anything different. I really didn't. In this game, opening goal was scored by Grant Hanley. I don't know this player. I don't know much of Norwich's player. It was an own goal in the 7th minute. Norwich, I think, was a little over-enthusiastic at the start of the game, and they were punished. Second goal scored by Mohamed Salah in the 19th minute. Opened up his body, put it to the far post. Really good way to start the season. And I think this is Salah has been scoring in the opening match of the season for the last 3 or 4 seasons. Virgil van Dijk with that 28-minute headed goal from a corner routine. Brilliant show of physicality and strength there by the big Dutchman, who is, vying for that Ballon d'Or title. So I wish him all the best. I really hope he wins it though, because attackers has been dominating the Ballon d'Or. And when I say attackers, I mean Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Then Divock Origi, who started ahead of Sadio Mane, who came back late from his vacation after his exploit at the 2019 AFCON with Senegal, where they got all the way to the finals. And Divock Origi has now scored in 5 consecutive games for Liverpool. The man has been amazing. I was telling one of my Liverpool friends last season, you gotta sell Origi. But Origi did wonders for Liverpool last season. I think Origi is the man responsible for Origi. I think he's the man responsible for Liverpool actually winning the Champions League last season and running so close in the Premier League last season as well, coming in second. So Origi, I think, will have a very, very good season. Alisson picked up a terrible injury, attempting to kick out a goal kick, and he slipped, and I think he pulled something there. I don't know the extent of the injury right now, but it's always sad to see a player go down. We recently saw Leroy Sané got injured in the Community Shield match, and he will be out for 6 to 7 months with an ACL injury, and that's a big blow for City. I even saw a Liverpool outfit on Twitter was actually making fun of Sané actually getting injured, and saying it's going to help Liverpool in their quest to win their first Premier League title. And look, Alisson picked up an injury. I'm not wishing Alisson to be out for months, but you see how things just work out. Liverpool, they recently signed Adrian on a free from West Ham United. Last Monday, they signed him, and bam, Adrian makes his Liverpool debut in the Premier League, and he conceded a goal. So 2 negatives in this game. Liverpool, well, actually a few more, let's say like 3 negatives I can think of in terms of Liverpool. They allowed Norwich to get in behind on too many occasions. Like Norwich, they got 12 shots off, 5 on target. Second negative, they allowed Timo Pukki to get in behind. The defense was breached. Really, really good through ball to release the Finland international, who has been on fire for Finland and for Norwich City, the highest goal scorer in the championship last season as well. So it's no surprise that he is on the scoreboard. So Liverpool injured Alisson, failed to keep a clean sheet, and they allowed Norwich to get in behind on too many occasions. Positives for Liverpool, they won the game, they scored 4 goals. It will be a tight race for the Premier League title, I think. So who knows, it could come down to goal difference. So it's a positive that they scored 4 goals. Salah getting on the score sheet, Origi getting on the score sheet, and Van Dijk. It does wonders for their confidence. So it's a really, really good thing. So for Jurgen Klopp and his boys, they will walk away from this game very happy, opening the Premier League season with a big 3 points, because you never know. Norwich could have been a banana peel here. They could have been a banana peel to start the season. And Liverpool, they would want to start with 3 points. If they started with a draw or a loss, it could have really, affected the season, because look at how much they lost the season by last year. 1 single point and they only got 1 loss. So they would want to avoid giving up leads and allowing teams to pick up points against them, especially the draws. They allowed teams to pick up too many draws last season, and they would want to be mindful of that, because my team, Manchester City, will be on their necks. Seriously. So now that I have spoken about this game from a very, very unbiased standpoint, now I have to talk about it from a Manchester City's fan standpoint. Like, as a City fan, am I fearful of this Liverpool team? Of course I am. Look at how they robbed us in the second half in the Community Shield. Like, we were 1-0 up, they came back and they almost won the game. It was so close. It was goal line technology. Close. I'm telling you, Kyle Walker with that spectacular clearance. It's gonna be close this season. Very, very, very fine margins. Last season, 1 point. Imagine we had 20 plus points ahead of Liverpool in the previous season. They closed the gap by 1 point. They went on to win the Champions League after being in the final the previous season. So this team is catching up. They are catching up. Did not make a lot of signings in the summer transfer window. That's now closed. But they signed Adrian, proven to be a very, very good signing with that Alisson injury. Don't know how long Alisson is going to be out. And they signed a few youngsters in Vandenberg and another kid from, I think, Fulham. I can't remember. But they didn't make any big signings at all. But for City, we signed João Cancelo, who is a fullback. He could play left back and right back. We signed Rodri. We signed Angelino as well. So we made some big signings. We made some big signings despite losing Leroy Sané. But for City, we have a lot of backup. The squad depth is there. We signed a few more other youngsters who I think will go out back on loan or play with the youth team. But City has done what they needed to do to defend this title and go on to win the Three-Peat. It's now up to Liverpool to prove me wrong, to prove the City fans wrong, and to win their first Premier League title. They are on course to doing so as of right now. Big, big 3 points versus Norwich. So for my team, Manchester City, tomorrow against West Ham, it will be an away game. We have to go out there and we have to play like we mean business. We have to take care of the Hammers. Pellegrini, former Manchester City manager. We have to go out there and put all sentiments aside, and we have to pick up 3 points as well and stay very, very close or even ahead of this Liverpool team throughout the season, because it ain't going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy. Pep Guardiola versus Jurgen Klopp for yet another season. These two teams are so good. They are beyond the other teams in the Premier League, and I'm not even exaggerating this. Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United, Arsenal, Wolves, all these teams step aside because it's a Manchester City and Liverpool show, and I'm calling it right now. But getting back to the game, for Norwich City, they would want to keep their heads high. Daniel Farke, also a German. He was a former manager of the Borussia Dortmund second team. Jurgen Klopp, former manager of Borussia Dortmund. So these guys has to be friends. They definitely are friends, but on the day Jurgen Klopp puts that aside and he puts the game to bed, 4-1 to start the season out on the right foot. For Liverpool, their next fixture will be in the UEFA Super Cup in Istanbul against Chelsea, also a Premier League team. Then they play Southampton next weekend, which should be another 3 points in my opinion. For Norwich, they play Newcastle United in their next fixture, a game I think they could definitely pick up points in. And then they play Frank Lampard's Chelsea. I think that would be a very good test for them. They could also pick up points in that game. This Norwich team is not a bad team. They just hit an immovable object in Liverpool. And I'm telling you, they are immovable and they are also a force to be reckoned with. Well, I should say that they are unstoppable. Immovable and unstoppable. Going forward, I think Liverpool has to stop teams from getting behind that easily. I don't even believe I'm saying this, but teams are getting behind. We saw City get behind in the Community Shield time after time, and today again, Norwich City's attackers got in behind and they got too many shots off. If this was a better team with better forwards, who knows, it could have been a high-scoring draw. But in the end, Liverpool walk away with the 3 points. Their forwards had a really good game. The midfielders were very hard working, and they have a lot of positives to take away from this game. Liverpool versus Chelsea in the UEFA Super Cup. It's going to be a very mouth-watering fixture. I'm looking forward to it on Wednesday. Maybe I'll talk about it, maybe I won't. But if you have predictions for that, also let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this opening fixture of the 2019-20 Premier League season between Liverpool FC and Norwich City, in which Liverpool won the game 4-1. So guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. I will be talking about Liverpool a lot this season, along with my team Manchester City, because I do enjoy watching both teams play. But you guys know City is my team, but I have to keep tabs on our enemies. Definitely have to keep close tabs on them. For real. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. If you're new around here, as I said, subscribe. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich. Squad.